Hello everyone and welcome. Well guys, how about a short fun video today? Today we're going to be having fun and I'm going to show you how to turn trash into treasure. That's right, I should put an echo behind that. Trash into treasure. Okay, let's not do that. Anyway, so we're going to have some fun turning some trash into treasure because we all love logos, don't we? Here's a logo for you. And if you're a smart watcher, you've been watching my videos for a long time, you're an astute viewer, you have probably seen this guy in the background of my videos. I made this guy about 3-4 years ago, something like that. I was just having some fun tinkering around and I made this guy out of trash, literal stuff that was going to be going into the trash. And it needs a little bit of maintenance, so I'm going to I took it apart already, I'm going to put it back together. So I figured this time, may as well make a video, show you guys exactly how this guy goes together, so you can make one for yourself. It's really, really easy to do, and it should not cost you anything at all, because like I said, pretty much everything I'm going to be using here, I got it just as trash. It's stuff that I've just collected over time, and it's literal trash. Would have been in the trash if I had not hung on to it. You may have a lot of this stuff around. You may have to buy some yourself. I don't know, totally up to you. Every situation is going to be different. So let's start off with, what is this? Basically, this is a light up logo. And who doesn't like logos? I love logos. Not Legos, I like those too. But logos, we love logos. And I have an entire wall of logos in my garage. And you guys have seen it several times. Again, if you've been around for a while, you're an astute viewer, you have seen my wall of logos. I have a bunch of logos over there. And this guy was one of them. You probably saw it in the background right next to my neon clock that I have over there. But like I said, I took it down, I made some changes to my lighting and so forth, and I noticed that this guy was not lighting up like it was a few years ago. Basically, the LEDs inside weakened down to nothing, so it's time to replace them. So, what do we start off here? I made this logo because I thought it was cool. You can make any logo that you like. You find it on the internet, you get yourself a logo, and you print it out. And this style here, just to give you an idea of what we're saving here, you can get any kind of logo like this basic idea of what I'm making here, something that lights up and has a cool logo on it. You're going to spend anywhere from $80, $100, or even more, depending on the logo and the company that you get it from and the size of what you make. So all that is relative. You can do whatever you want. This is just a starting point for you. So we start off right here. What is this? What is this housing? Well, this housing is a clock. It was a clock that broke and it would have gone into trash. Kind of like this. A basic clock like this guy here. You can see it is literally the same clock. This clock, if it broke, would go in the garbage. I decided not to do that. I kept the housing. I think it was a white or blue, I can't remember. I painted it black just to make it more generic so it would blend in with everything. The top of it was the clear housing that the clock had. So what I did was basically I went on the internet, found a logo that I liked. I picked this one because it's not one that you see all the time. So all you do is you get this logo, download it off the internet, print it onto some sticker paper, logo paper. You can get this from Cricut, and there's many other companies out there. This is basically a sheet of paper that is a sticker on the back of it. So you print it out on there with a regular printer, nothing special, and then you just peel off the back, stick it on here, cut it to size, and you are done. So a clock, the glass that comes with it or plastic, and a sticker, you paint it on there and you're done. And if you want to make it more permanent so it doesn't rub off with your hands or cleaning it or whatever, take some clear spray paint, just spray clear over it, let it dry, and it'll create a nice thin film of plastic coating on it, and it'll last you forever so it won't get messed up. See those simple little steps and look how far we are. Now, I know the question is, how do we make this guy into a light up? I mean, if you're happy already, you can just hang this guy up somewhere and you have a beautiful logo in a kind of a presentation case there kind of a thing, and it stands out all by itself. But if you want to go one step further, you want to make this guy light up, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. I know you're saying, well, you got to buy some LEDs, don't you? Not if you're smart. You ever seen these guys before? I have a bunch of these guys for free. This is the old style. This is the old style that I was using before that I had inside there. I'm going to use the new style now, which is this guy. So this is for free. I got these as freebies from Harbor Freight many years ago, and I still have them on hand. Now they really are crap. I mean, they get all sticky and stuff. I really hate them. I really hate touching them and stuff like that. But some people like them. Some people don't have a problem. Whatever. You can get it at Harbor Freight. If you need to, you can buy that. It's like $1.50. You can get it for $1 anytime you like. So that's how we're going to light this guy up. And you can put this inside here, and you can leave it with the batteries if you like, and then you can just use the button that it has where there it is. You can use the button, and you can figure out a way to put it around the back or something like that. I leave that totally up to you. Okay, you can figure that out on your own if you want to use it with the batteries. Put the batteries inside here and power it up that way. That's one way to do it. I'm not going to go that way. I'm telling you, if you want to do it, you can do it. I'm not going to go that way because I don't want to hassle with batteries. So what I did was I got a transformer, a simple little transformer. Again, a piece of garbage. Something broke and this transformer belonged to it. I threw away the other parts, but I kept a transformer. I have an entire drawer. I mean, I must have like 50 of these transformers. Every time something breaks, I keep the transformer because you never know what you're going to need it for. And this is a great little transformer. As you see right there, it's only 5 watts. It's a very small transformer, which is kind of hard to come through sometimes. Sometimes they're like 6, 8, 12, whatever. 5 watts is a really odd design. I don't care. I got it. I kept it. That's why I hang on to all the different sizes, because you never know what you're going to need. Sometimes on something that you have, the transformer breaks. Well, if you have an old one that you have stored away, you can use the old one to keep your item going. In this case, was a little different. I used it to create something out of nothingness. So this little guy here, I took off the end, and I just have the bare wires here, right? So here we have the LEDs, and this one is a cob design. It does not have a circuit board. This older style does have a circuit board. So basically, you need to take the housing out of here, and you're going to use the circuit board. But all you need to do, like on this one, is even easier. All you need to do is find the positive and negative wires, and you're going to need to keep the switch that goes with it. Keep the on-off switch, because you need the resistor that is on the board. That is how LEDs work. You need the resistor to make this guy work properly. And then we're going to hook this guy up to the positive and negative on here. And LEDs do have a polarity, so you need to find the positive. Some of these guys, transformers, they will tell you which one it is. This one does not. So I found the positive, and I just marked it. So I know which is positive and which is negative. Then all you're going to do is flip this guy over, and you're going to cut a little hole on the back of it for this guy to fit in there. Now, like I said, you can put it like that, and you're good to go, and, figure out a way to work the switch, turn it on. I leave that up to you. But the smarter way to go is just to go this route. Now, like I said, this hole matches the old circuit board because that's the one I had in here before. But this guy is relatively close enough, and all I need to do is figure out a way to put it on there so it stays. And then all you do, and I'll figure this out. It's not that big a deal. I had it just a moment ago. And all you need to do is hot glue it to let it stay in place. Hook up the wiring to it, and then you plug it into the wall, and it lights up. And then you put the cover back on the back of it, and you're good to go. It's as easy as that. And you can put these guys together. You can twist them together, use the wire nuts, solder them. Totally up to you. It's not like high voltage. You don't have a risk of causing any fire or anything, but be as safe as you want to be. All right, everybody's different out there. I don't want anybody telling me, well, you should have done this, you should have done that. Do whatever works for you, man, okay? It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just telling you the steps to get to where you need to go. Everything in between is totally flexible. You figure out what works best for you. That's how easy this whole process is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook these guys up right now, and then I'll tape it up and secure it, make sure it's nice and, safe and all that kind of stuff, because I'm going to hang this guy up on a wall. So once I put these guys back together, I'm going to hot glue this in place, and then I'll show you what this guy looks like when it's all done, and I'll light it up and show you how good it looks. I'm sure you don't need me to show you how to hot glue around this stuff, okay? That's easy peasy. Anybody can do it. Even a little 2-year-old can figure that out. So I'm going to leave that alone. I'm not going to make the video any longer dealing with that kind of stuff. So let me clean this up a little bit, and I'll come right back. All right then, so here we are back again. So I took a few minutes and I soldered these two guys together, then I taped it up. It's as easy as that, nothing more complicated. As you see, I put the light right there, just precariously balanced it, and then I boogered the heck out of it with some hot glue. There you can see. Put a lot of snot on it and you're good to go. That hot glue, that'll hold it there. That's not going anywhere. It's nice and cool now, and we're ready to go. And like I said, it's a little different fit than it was before because the other one had the circuit board that belongs to this, so therefore it was a different cutout. But like I said, it was big enough, and if it wasn't, I could have figured out something to be able to put it in there. As things change, you got to go with the flow. So that's the back of it, and here is the front of it. Like I said, when I'm done, I'm going to put the cover on here and nobody will know anything happened on there. So here's the front of it. This is what we started with after a few steps of finding the clock, making the sticker, all that kind of stuff. So I bet you're wondering, how does it look? Well, here you go. I'll plug it in for you. Ba-bam! Turn off the light. Look at that. You can proudly display that anywhere you like, in a man cave, in a garage, in your room, your study, wherever the heck you want. Like I said, the freedom is that you can set this up with any logo that you like. This is my logo. This is the one that I like, but you can set it up with any logo that you like. And the camera may alter it a little bit, but it's a nice, even distribution of light, and it looks beautiful. And like I said, turn it off when you don't want to, and turn it on when you do. And it looks just plain gorgeous. And all this was garbage. Did not cost me 1 penny, not 1 dime, not 1 anything. Everything that I mentioned here, I had, and I hoarded it because I would have thrown it away otherwise, but I hung on to it. And that's what goes to show you that sometimes hanging on to stuff can be a really smart way to go, because you can always use it for something else. What I always like to say is it's only junk until you find a use for it, and then it becomes useful and not junk anymore. So there you go. This time, all this stuff became useful instead of just junk. So every time my wife tells me to throw away all this stuff, I always tell her, no, hold on. That is some trash that eventually will be treasure. So that's how I turn trash into treasure. So there you go. If you want to make one of these guys for yourself, now you know exactly how easy it is to do, and you can do it for yourself. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it useful and something you can turn into something useful, and you can have fun along the way. So hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.